So we need to have a conversation about this sword. This bad boy's name is Twilight, and it is a form-changing sword that is powered by a supermassive black hole that has been condensed down to the size of a dodgeball. The weapon is a personal choice of a man with many names, Iumepeoisu, the Void King, and as most of you know him, Ragnarok. So as I said before, Twilight is a form-changing weapon with a supermassive black hole as its power source. The material that the weapon is actually made out of is materials that were made by a cooled white dwarf star. So it's very heavy. Very, very heavy. The reason I say it's form changing is because other than the hilt and the guard itself, every other piece of this weapon is actually being held together by gravity. The supermassive black hole is actually pushed through an emitter that is floating in front of it and comes out in the shape of a blade. Now, how is that done?
0 point energy.
Correct, 0 point energy that is also emitted by the wielder. So this weapon actually cannot be used by anyone other than Ragnarok himself because of how much power is actually needed to use the weapon. The weapon is not being used. Ragnarok actually has to put that weapon away into a pocket dimension to essentially spare everybody else that's around him. The most powerful attack as of now is called the Vector Slash Event Horizon that creates a Vector Slash that when touched, any item that is touched by it is sent to the furthest point of reality, a point in which no being, even gods, can ever reach. So it doesn't mean that it will actually end you, it just means that whatever it touches is gone. And you can still feel it, but it's gone. It's a place that you will never find. So it's kind of worse than just being taken out, if I'll be honest. The attack has only been shown one time in the series so far, and the results were devastating to say the least, leaving a permanent scar across the sky, where reality, in fact, has been pushed back to the furthest point of reality. That place in the sky does not exist anymore. And very much like any other black hole, the black hole that is powering the sword also has the ability to absorb energies from around itself and store it into the blade, which obviously makes the blade stronger, but also has the ability to return that energy back to the world outside of its event horizon in a discharge that we call a singularity bomb. Now, by this point in the story, the weapon has only been used twice and to very limited amounts due to its absolutely destructive nature. But believe me, the further that we go and the more powerful the enemies get, the more opportunities we will have to be able to see this baby in action.